Greetings and welcome back to some more F1 25 single player career mode, and we are getting towards the end of the season now. It's really spicing up now. It is around 20 of the World Championship, and that can only mean one thing. Wow, good start. We're heading to Mexico today, and it is of course the legendary Circuit de Hermanos Rodriguez. Very long name, very much a heritage site in Mexican motorsport history. And look at this, we are still comfortably in P8 in the Drivers' Championship. However, things are spicing up in the Constructors' Championship. Williams had a really good race last time out, and I think it was Alex Albon who did quite well, actually. Yeah, he finished P6 in the United States last time out, and he also got some good points in the sprint, whereas we could only muster a pointsless finish in the sprint and 2 points in the main race. So the pressure is on in the Constructors' Championship. The Drivers' Championship, not so much. We have pretty much secured P8. There's still the possibility we could catch Yuki Tsunoda, but the Japanese driver has been on a good form recently, so I think we should put that behind us and try and just keep Carlos Sainz behind. But yeah, as you saw there, as we were just flicking through, there has been some regulation changes for the next season that have been announced. However, since we're not doing next season, it doesn't really matter. So instead, as you can see here, we are focusing heavily on some strong developments for the last couple of races. Because as you can also see on the right there, we've actually fallen behind both Williams and Aston Martin. So the two British teams really doing well. Ollie also have a few updates on his schedule, but it's not too much. So hopefully we can find some good form towards the end. But as I said, Mexico is the round that lies ahead of us, and that can only mean one thing. We have to get some qualifying done. So let's jump into that, get underway with those things and see what we can do.
This is a special place to go motor racing. We have the Fora Sol. The track is warming up nicely, and it is nearly time to set the grid for tomorrow's Grand Prix. What an atmosphere we have in Mexico City.
And obviously this is the track that has the highest altitude on the Formula One calendar, so we're going to be going fast down the straights due to low air resistance. But that also means we have to be a little bit cautious on the brakes. Heading into the heavy braking zones, which, as you can see on the track map, there are quite a few actually. So we do need to be careful. But like we have seen several times this season.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
Hopefully Q1 shouldn't be a problem. We've pretty much gotten to a point now in the season where Q1 is not really tricky anymore, and it is a little bit, I guess, sad in a way. It just means that the excitement comes later in qualifying. We are out on track here in Mexico, just warming up the soft tires. And a track that I guess you could kind of compare to the likes of Spa-Francorchamps, where, you know, the majority of the lap has these long straights, as you can see, but then in the middle sector especially, you have some twisty and tight corners where ideally you would need a lot of downforce. So again, a track where setup is very, very tricky. You have to sacrifice somewhere. You're never going to find a setup that complements everything at once. And we have opted for a high-speed setup, I can tell you, running very low wings compared to probably what some of the other drivers are doing. And obviously that is with the hope of potentially capitalizing down the front straight and the back straight. But we are now ready to get going here in qualifying. Let's see what we can do. We put on the ERS here, and we are going to be draining the ERS here down this first straight. We're going to go ham down to about 50%, and then this heavy braking zone into turn 1. Cut the corner ever so slightly. We missed the apex ever so slightly there. And then on the ERS again into turn 5, I believe this is. I could be wrong. We brake a little bit late there. It's not the most ideal beginning to the lap. But now we have this tricky, twisty section here that we are going to have to tackle. Running very deep there. Oh, just touching the curb in a very awkward way there. Going to slightly lift, and now we throw on the ERS once again. Pierre Gasly with the provisional fastest lap. It's been a bit of a clumsy lap from us, but it should be good enough, hopefully. Our teammate on the board. And now the final 2 corners. And then we shorten the run to the line here. And we are P2 ahead of Gasly, but we are behind Stroll.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
So there we go, that is our first attempt. Again, we can go faster. There were a few mistakes. Broke a little too late into turn 1, a little too late into turn, what would be turn 4, I think. The one at the end of this straight. So again, small improvements we can find. But the important thing is that we are mingling with the right people, it would seem.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
And in case of the tire wear, you can already see we've just done 1 lap on these softs, and they are completely bloodshot already as we're holding up. I think this is Max Verstappen. It is. Better let him go past. I do wonder if he is close to actually closing out the championship. So we let Charles Leclerc through here. And we're heading back to the pits. I do need to look at that and see if Max Verstappen mathematically could close the championship in this episode, actually. Because again, we don't have many races to go after this one. We only have 4. This is the 5th to last race. So action should start happening soon, at least. But again, Q1, no problems. We're currently in P6 behind Carlos Sainz. We are just ahead of Pierre Gasly. Is it going to do anything? I'm not sure. I don't think we're going to find any trouble advancing. So into the garage we go. And you can hear the drivers out on track there, finding their footing, but we're not dropping in positions. Oh, we dropped 1 position, I could see. We're down to P7. Alright. Who made it ahead of us? Not sure. Could be Oscar Piastri, maybe? Or maybe Lando Norris. I don't know. But we have the fastest first sector, and we did make a mess out of the last 2 sectors. And we are 7/10ths down on the provisional fastest lap. But again, as I said, don't think it's going to be trouble. Although, saying that, we're down to 11th now. Who's ahead of us? Do I gamble on this? Let's see. Franco is right behind us. So is Pierre. Yuki probably going to improve. I wouldn't expect Ollie to improve. Neither. I think we're going to gamble on this one. We are going to gamble. We had a poor banker. Here comes Ollie. Let's see if he can do anything. Cross the line. But it didn't look like it. But we're just going to sit this one out. Hopefully, yeah, I think we made it through no problem. Yeah, there we go. P11. Even with a sketchy lap, we still made it through. And getting knocked out is Hulkenberg, Lawson, Bortoletto, Behrman, and Hadjar. So our teammate, once again, not making it through. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But here we go, into Q2. And hopefully we can get this underway.
Right, the car's ready. Let's get it out there.
And get the car through. So out on track with us. Let's see. I feel like our ERS usage was quite smart, so I'm not too displeased with that. We're just gonna have to do a little bit of a better job with some of the corners here, the braking zones especially. Because remember, we are running lower downforce. And especially this one is a little bit tricky. Now the sun is also sitting a little bit lower, which is not going to make it easy. Oy, apologies for the coughing. Still recovering from a sore throat. I'll try and be as protective of my voice as possible, but I'll still obviously have to deliver some commentary, and I'll do my best. But just to say, it might not be the best here today. Let's see what we can do here. Q2. Let's see if we can get something good on the board here. DRS wide open. Engine screaming. Now let's spot our braking zone. That was much better. Oh, taking the curb a little too aggressive there. That's not nice. Now let's see if we can do a better job into turn 4. Much better job this time around, actually hitting the apex. Hitting the curb a little too hard there maybe. Now into this double apex. And into the tricky middle sector here now. Much better run over the curbs here than in Q1. Ooh, getting a little bit wide there. Lost the car ever so slightly, but it wasn't a big problem. We're right on the limit here. And put the power down on with the DRS. Or ERS, sorry. And we are currently P3.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Hamilton ahead of us. We're down to P4. Sonoda improves. But we're faster than Albon. That is crucial. We weren't faster than him in Q1. So that is very important. But a more tight lap from us, a tidier lap from us this time around. Still room for improvement, but this was much better.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
And we are on our way back in, down to P5 now. Carlos Sainz up to P3. He's definitely got that Williams working towards the end of the season. I'm quite surprised he is that far up, I have to say. But then again, if we just make it through to Q3, it doesn't matter as we knock down the Bollard there. And into the pits we come. Might have been a little fast, yeah. 5 kilometers an hour over the speed limit. We're let off with a warning, thankfully. And into the pits after our first attempt in Q2. It looks decent, P5 at the moment. That is okay, I'm pleased with that. Let's see if there's more drivers who are still yet to put in a lap. We're down to P6 now. So a couple of drivers hadn't posted a lap yet. Let's see. And Pierre Gasly also faster than us. Where are we losing all of our time? We are... majority of the time loss actually comes in the final sector. That is surprising. So we cleaned up the act in Sector 2. We're still a little bit far off from the likes of Lando Norris, as Fernando Alonso goes faster than us, but Sector 3 we are struggling big time with. We're over half a second behind Norris's fastest third sector. If we compare to Fernando Alonso, it is about, what is it about? It's about 4/10 to Fernando. Ooh, that could be a problem for us. Do we have the slowest? We do actually have the slowest final sector of everyone here. Even the likes of Franco Colapinto. Wow. That is surprising. We're down to P9. Do we think we can go through with this? That is the question. How many tires do we have? This is reserved for Q3. We could go again, which I probably will, to be fair. We'll wait until there's 3 minutes to go, and then...
Okay, that's all the checks complete. We're ready to go.
We'll go out on track. There is some time to be found. For sure. How much, though, is the big question. But I'm not convinced this lap time is going to stand good enough to make us through to Q3. I do suspect the likes of, especially Piastri, is going to improve before the end of the session. So we need to find some lap time. In turn 1, we need to clean up a little bit, despite us having the fastest first sector. And then something needs to change in the final sector. I don't know what that is, but there's definitely something that's apparently not working out. That could be the stadium section, to be fair. Let's see if we can find the necessary lap time. We can also easily go flat through there, which we haven't done. So there's potential here as well. Yeah, there's plenty of lap time to be found. But here we go. See if we can improve. There should be an improvement to be found. We are 20 thousandths of a second behind on our first attempt. That's fine though, we can drain the battery even more into turn 1. Hitting the apex quite nicely there. Don't run out of road. Almost did, but we're 3/10 up. Wow. Mega first sector. Into turn 4 here, turns 5. We definitely have the pace in sector 1. That is no question at all. Now we need to see if we can do the thing here in the middle sector, keeping it flat. That's nice, half a second.
30 seconds left in the session.
Braking a little bit earlier here to actually hit the apex. And now the stadium. Let's see if we can tighten this up. Oh, a little bit wide there. That's fine. We find some good improvements and we are all the way up to P3.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
And that was a necessary improvement. So we're ahead of the Red Bulls. Just behind Leclerc and Norris. And that first sector is carrying the entire lap for us. Let's see what the others can do. Now we're just trundling back to the pits. This could be good. I mean, we usually go well around tracks where downforce is not a necessity. Although saying that in the middle sector, it is a necessity to a certain extent. But you know, the likes of Monza, we did go well at the Baku until we made some silly mistakes. Singapore as well. There's a lot of just straights and then 90-degree corners. Despite it being a, you know, street track. But we should have booked our tickets through to Q3. I don't know how many times we've done it this season, but again, we are outclassing our teammate. And there's a couple of drivers out on track at the moment. There we go, that is it for Q2. And let's see, what is it going to be? As it doesn't seem like anyone decided to go for an improvement. Interesting. Alright, let's see, what is it going to be? We make it safely through a 1:14.9. We are almost 2/10 down on Norris. They're only going to find more lap time heading into Q3. And Oscar Piastri just making it through there in 10th place. Good on him. Antonelli once again not making it through. So his woes continue. Yet again. Oh, and we have a lubrication system fault.
Okay, I know you're eager to get out there, but I'm going to need you to be patient for a few minutes. We're just trying to zero in on an oil leak.
Whoops. An oil leak. That is not good. Alright, then we're just going to wait until there's 3 minutes to go, and then we're going to absolutely send it. And obviously, yeah, we are on a set of soft tyres. Good.
All set, we're ready to go, so let's get the car out onto the track.
That's a bit unfortunate, but then again, I wasn't planning on going out early, so getting an oil leak while we're stationary at least is something. It's much better than actually getting it while out on track. And the weather has changed. Oh wow. It's a little bit more overcast. Interesting. Oh well, hopefully that is not going to do anything to the pace that we can find from the track. We're going to do our best here, and ideally again if we can qualify around P7, maybe P6, I would be more than happy. But if we can string a good lap together, we could potentially maybe be looking at a P5 if we're lucky. I don't think top 3 is quite possible. Don't think we have the pace for that. But maybe the colder conditions are going to suit our car specifically. You never know. But here we go. Suiting the car up. Getting ready. And now we're ready to go absolutely ham here in Mexico. Oh, I hit the wrong button there. Here we go. our one and only lap in Q3 here at the Mexican Grand Prix. Let's see what we can do. Heading into turn 1, braking very late there. I did the same mistake again with the curb. So sector 1 is not going to be the best, but hopefully that's not going to hinder us. Purple sector 1, yeah, as expected. Now through sector 2. Here we go, that's very tidy, and now we just need to nail this. Let's see if we can go flat out here. Oh yeah, no problems. And into this corner, brake a little bit earlier than expecting. Oh, not really getting to square off that corner, unfortunately. But we've had some decent pace on this lap. Now we shorten off here. P2. Wow. Okay.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
That is a surprise, I do have to say. I did not expect to be fighting that high. But then again, others can still improve, and I do expect them to improve. Yeah, there we go. Charles Leclerc, provisional pole. Max Verstappen takes pole back. And we're dropping, we're down to P5. Alonso and Norris ahead of us now. And down to P6. Who went in front of Norris there? Maybe Hamilton? Maybe. It seems like maybe P6 is where we are going to finish. As I said, a good qualifying would be around P6, in my opinion. And that is what it seems like it is going to be for us. So, I am not displeased. And we knock down the bollard again there. Yeah, good qualifying. I'm happy about that. Oh, as we hit the wall. And we hit the marks perfectly. It's almost like we've done this now for 20 episodes. But P6, I'm happy. I'm more than happy. This is decent. This is what I thought might be possible. P5 was a little too far out of reach, but this is good. So yet another good qualifying, and this time I've made sure that we have the tires to actually have a good race strategy. So no problems there.
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
So there we go. Max Verstappen takes pole position ahead of the two Ferraris, and then it is Norris and Alonso in 4th and 5th. As we finish P6 ahead of Piastri, Sainz, Tsunoda, and last in Q3 was Pierre Gasly, who, yet again, I mean, he is making it into Q3 consistently. So, very, very pleased with that. I do have to imagine that Pierre would be. So, but that is only part of the job done. That is, quote unquote, the easy part done. Now we do get to try and see if we can actually make it work during the Grand Prix. And in terms of weather, what are we looking at? Overcast, but dry nonetheless. So, yeah. It should be nice. 36 laps is what we have to try and see if we can make it through. As I said, we have a good race strategy. This time I've made sure that we have 2 hard tires available to us. So we can do a 2-stopper, start on the mediums, and then hopefully don't absolutely kill the tires. Because the tire wear, once again, it seems like it's going to be a problem. But that is just the theme of this career mode, it would seem. So, yeah, it is unfortunate, but it is the card we've been dealt. We're just going to have to work around it. But it seems like we've found a good workaround now. So hopefully it doesn't mean that we're gonna, or it should mean that we have a fighting chance here in the Grand Prix. We might be stopping at some unconventional times, but we'll see what happens. And here we go.
Welcome to the most populous city in North America. The legendary Jim Clark won the first official F1 race here in 1963. It's Mexico City, and it's Grand Prix Sunday. 2,285 metres above sea level, the altitude will test the driver's fitness and their engine's efficiency. 17 corners, 7 to the left, 10 to the right. They make up a 2.6-mile circuit equipped with 2 DRS zones.
Let's see how the grid stacks up, even though we know it.
To the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen starts from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Norris, Fernando Alonso, Iceman, Piastri, Sainz, Tsunoda, and Pierre Gasly. Stroll, Colapinto, Nico Hülkenberg, and Lawson, Bortoleto, Behrman, Isaac Hadjar, and Alex Albon. Antonelli and George Russell ends our grid lineup.
Oh, wow.
And now it's time to head down to the track.
So both Mercedes and Albon carrying penalties.
Welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes. Alongside me, a real authority on all things motor racing. It's a warm welcome back to Anthony Davidson. Well, they say you're only as good as your last race. And on evidence there, that was very good indeed. How do they carry that form through to today?
You've done it once, can you do it again? But, you know, if you start believing in yourself and the confidence starts to build, that inner confidence is what you need. And you can carry that through to future races, including this one, and you set that ball rolling. That's the critical thing that they're looking for here. And I believe if you've got that first race win or a win at any stage, it can start to roll with you in a good way.
All right. A surprise.
OK, Mark here. Let's get another points finish today. I just want to say good luck. We're all counting on you.
Cheers, Mark. I think this one we're going to carry a little bit more fuel. I do not think we can go 14 laps on a set of mediums. I think that is ridiculous. They're probably only going to be good for around 10 laps. Maybe not even that. Wait, hang on a minute. Can we edit this strategy really quickly? I think they're only good for 8 laps, maybe. And then we can do... What should we do? What should we do? Let's do this. That seems fine. And then in terms of the fuel... 1.5 laps extra. I do need to make this a habit for when we start the next series, that I actually look at how much fuel I use per lap, because this is becoming a problem now. Because realistically, the engine would be running a little bit richer in higher altitudes, but I'm not quite sure if that translates through. I'm not sure. We're going to do 1.5 extra laps, and hopefully that is enough. If not, there are some good opportunities around this track to do some lifting and coasting. So it shouldn't be a problem, even if we get into a scenario of having to conserve some fuel, which I hope we won't. But yeah, P6, and we have a long run into turn 1. Yeah, I think it is the longest run on the Formula 1 calendar, from the 5 red lights and into the first braking zone.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Can't really think of any other circuit where it is like it is here in Mexico. So we could get a good tow heading into turn 1. We could make up a few spots, and if we have a blinding start, I mean, who's to say we couldn't be in a podium spot by the end of the first chicane? You never know. But that is all to come. We need to focus on the start first and foremost, and more importantly, we should avoid contact at any cost. But we've been quite good at that, I feel like, for this season. I feel like, apart from Great Britain, where we had a bit of a toss-up between ourselves and our teammate, we've done a good job of actually avoiding collisions with other drivers. So, no reason to begin that now. And good to see also that both Williams cars are behind us. Admittedly, they are close to points. Sainz already in the points. But we're just going to have to do the best we can. And then we can't change what they're doing. But here we go. Ready to line up on the grid. Gonna roll it in slowly. There we go.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
So the two Mercedes
Okay,
rounding
so
out
that's
the
the
grid.
rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights.
But here we go. 5 red lights for the Mexican Grand Prix. And we are go here in Mexico. We get a good start, I think. Yeah, we do. We are right in between both Alonso and Norris. We're attacking Leclerc heading into turn 1. We're going to be cautious here to not run into the back of Hamilton. Ooh, bit of a braking moment there. Brake testing. And Hamilton trying to see if he can get ahead of his old foe, Max Verstappen. We are not going to invite ourselves into that battle. Thank you very much. And Hamilton, is he losing out here? Can we sneak up the inside? No, they're still side by side, the two former foes. What is it going to happen here? Oh, Hamilton has to yield. Brief moment of yellow flags there. And here we are suffering. Oh, the understeer is crazy. When we're right behind someone here through the middle sector, that is the price we are going to have to pay to be fast in a straight line. But you're not really going to pass someone in the middle sector anyway, so it's not a big problem. Here we go. Now we can turn on the battery. Max Verstappen
now
leads.
use DRS. DRS now available.
And look at this. We're pulling away from Charles Leclerc. And now we're in the slipstream of Lewis Hamilton. Getting a good slipstream here. Heading into turn 1. We could, if we get a good exit. No, Hamilton gets a brilliant exit there. We're too slow in the corners to really be fighting anyone. Oh, as we jump the curb there, not ideal. But we're up into P3. And as I said before the race start, if we had a good race start, we could potentially challenge for the podium spots. And that has happened. Now it's just a question about actually making these tires last the distance. And for that, we're going to bring this one up, and you can already see here, this was a fresh set of mediums at race start, and we're already at 13% tire wear on the rears. So, yeah, we are going to suffer a little bit, and that's why I was thinking it's crazy to think that this set can go this far. And hello to you in the live chat. I do apologize if I do not answer all of the question or read all of the chat messages. It is a little bit difficult while driving to be reading the live chat, but I'll do my very best. But hope you are enjoying the show. I'll try and put on a show at least. Ooh, as I brake a little bit late there, but we hit the apex. Hamilton is still pestering Max Verstappen. And we are trying to hold up the entire grid behind us. Tires starting to suffer already. Ooh, that was the rear got loose there for no apparent reason. Yeah, the tires are already dead. Are they overheating? No, not necessarily. The carcass temperature is quite decent. The surf is obviously a little bit hotter, but it's nothing that we can't fix. At the moment, we have everything under control. I do say that.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 8.0 seconds.
Here comes Leclerc. Are we able to keep him at bay? He does have DRS, but what he doesn't have is a trimmed out car. He goes to the inside. We're going to leave him space. We're going to send it around the outside and into turn 3. We still have him where we want. This is good stuff.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 3.2 seconds.
We are not in a situation where we are going to be challenging the front two. They benefited from getting a good race start. Let's save up some energy here through the middle sector and maybe also conserve the tires. Not putting too much load into them. There we go. We are now safe for the front stretch to defend from Leclerc. Let's save up some more. What could a couple of percent extra hurt in a defense? There we go, 76% saved up.
Tyre wear's higher than we're expecting. We've got a new strategy available on your MFD if you want it.
The AI difficulty is 107% actually, so very, very close to the maximum. But again, as I've said countless times, it is it doesn't scale linearly once you get above 100%.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Alrighty, good to hear, Mark. I love to hear that. And fuel-wise, it seems we are also in a good place. Ooh, the tyres can't be loaded that much going through that corner. It's not going to be a good time. Here we go. Yeah, it is 107%. I'm not just running at a low AI difficulty just to have fun. This is like when I was training for league races back in the day. This is the difficulty I would use.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy. Come on.
So sometimes I would even use 110, but it depends. 110 is like at some tracks perfect, but most tracks 1.7 is good. Here comes Leclerc again. Gonna hang it around the outside and close the door on the Monegasque.
Okay, mate. Leclerc is behind you. We want to keep them behind, please. It's critical for our race.
No worries. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. A little bit late on the brakes there into turn 4, but we make it work. Now we're saving up energy yet again. This is the way to go about things, it seems. Get on the ERS here.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 6.1 seconds.
Yeah, nah, we're not challenging the front two. And that's what I said earlier. Our fight is here with Leclerc. But we're making things work right now. It's
We're
going
approaching the pit
very
window
nice
now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
Now we just drain the battery. Leclerc not able to really do anything. And he sends one to the inside. We leave him some racing room, but nothing he can do. We're pulling quite the train right now. I do fear whenever we go into the pits, this train is going to start pulling away or start speeding up, which not this lap, but next lap is when we are boxing. The assists I'm using, I am only using, what is it? I'm using automatic gearbox. I'm using a little bit of traction control. It's not much. It's like medium, I think it is. Oh, we have a yellow flag. What's going on here?
Green flag.
Oh, it's one of the McLarens. Poor boy. But yeah, to finish that off, obviously, racing line is considered an assist. Oscar Piastri out of the race. Ooh-wee. Poor Aussie. And then ABS as well. I'm using ABS as well. But apart from that, that's all I'm using. So I hope that does answer the question. Here we go, Charles Leclerc once again attempting a move. Not really working out for him. We are defending yet again quite nicely. When are we scheduled to stop? Lap 9? Oh, no you don't, no you don't.
Okay, unlucky, mate. It was a good try, but we didn't quite meet our targets. Not to worry. Get your head down and chin up, and let's focus right the way into the checkered flag.
I wasn't paying attention. That's my bad. Gave him a little bit of a bump there, but that's all good. He can take it. He's driving a Ferrari after all. He does that himself sometimes. Just ask George Russell. There we go. Oh, as here comes Leclerc again, trying another move. It's intensifying now. It's a little bit spicy. We have plenty of ERS to defend from him. Or at least we should have. No one boxing.
Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap. Gap to your teammate behind, 9.3 seconds.
I'm
Understood.
not using manual gears. I'm using automatic gearbox, so the game shifts the gears for me. I do apologize if I actually accidentally said I was using manual gears, but no, I'm using automatic gears. Mainly because I don't have the time to learn.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead,
things.
10.2 seconds.
So, but apologies if there was a misconception there, if I said something wrong. But we're boxing this lap now. Into the pits we come. And very important, don't speed. It is very easy to do around here. I've seen it several times done. And
don't forget, box this lap.
Let's not do that. But here we go into the pits. We must go. A very tight exit here. Oh, we might accidentally speed. Yeah, we sped into the pits. No! The one thing I said we shouldn't do. Oh well. I lost the rear of the car.
Right, let's go. Come on. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
I lost the rear of the car coming into the pits.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Well, now we have a penalty hanging over our head that we have to get rid of at the next pit stop. Thankfully, we do end up getting rid of it, so it's not gonna be hanging over us until the very end, hopefully. Now we just need some quick laps and actually see if we can close up.
Okay, this is not your true position. They haven't pitted yet, so don't waste time fighting them. They're going to be coming in soon.
But we do have to get past here, and it is the VCARB of Hajar. No, I do unfortunately not have a donate button. I'm not at a moment right now where I've set everything up, but maybe in the future, never know. Who knows, maybe if this things take off and it starts going well, who knows, but we're quite far away from that just yet, so. But hey, I haven't seen you around here, maybe I'm misremembering. but I do not remember seeing you around here, Mohammed. Do correct me if I'm wrong, if you have been tuning into the streams before. But I don't remember seeing your name, so at least not on the live chat. As we're catching up to the back of Hajar here. Is he going to be trouble? He's defending. Can we send one on him? Yeah, let's do it. Get dunked on, son. Oh, it is your first time. Well, welcome
nice
in.
Nice move. Good job.
Welcome in, Mohammed. And I hope you enjoy your stay. Not to make it sound like a hotel, but yeah, feel free to, you know, it's always free to subscribe. Little nosy on the nose there, the plug. And
gap to the car in front, 6.6 seconds.
But do feel free to both like and subscribe. Greatly appreciated if you decide to do. And if you don't, I mean, that's totally up to you. But do know that it is very much appreciated. And I appreciate all of my viewers. Every single one of them. So don't feel pressured to do anything. Here we go. People starting to make their first stops. And we are slowly but surely advancing in positions. These tires feel mighty good, I do have to say. But not so good that I think I could take them till the end of the Grand Prix, unfortunately. But we're going to give it a go here. We are going to make another stop, also to get rid of that stupid penalty. Oh, thank you very much, Mohammed. I do appreciate it. And again, hope you feel very welcomed, very much at home. And yeah. I'm just happy that you are enjoying it, seemingly. As we have, who's that? That's Sainz into the pits.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
What does the tyre wear look like? It looks perfect. At least for now. Well, we have a big train that we're catching up to here. And it consists
you're creating
of our
some
rival
breathing space between you and the car behind by a few seconds a lap. Really
our
good stuff.
teammate. Oh, they're going to hold us up big time here. Who is at the front of this train? This is crazy. Oh, we're going to get held up big time here behind these guys. Oh no. I caught them completely at the wrong place on the track. We're going to suffer now. Patience, Sam, patience. We're going to have the DRS. Now we're not going to be able to send it on Kimi. Oh, almost losing the car there. And it is Colapinto in front of our teammate. Are they boxing? No. So we're going to have to make the move here, but that shouldn't be a problem.
The car ahead's losing 2 seconds a lap to you. Good job.
There we go. Look at the speed difference. We are speedy down this straight here. Into turn 1. Ollie also going for a move on Franco. And let them not hold us up. There we go. Getting past both of them in one foul swoop. And they are also battling in front here. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Oh, we're touching ends here up the inside of Stroll. There we go. And now we are stuck behind Russell and Alonso. Whoa. Almost losing the car there. So that is what boxing out of all sync does to your race. That is a little bit unfortunate. We are suffering right now, but we will benefit come the end of the race. And look at how slow these guys are. Are they boxing? Russell is. Alonso is not. Okay. Let's see what you got, old man. And he's got nothing. He's
Ollie's
driving
in
a
the pits.
tractor.
Ollie in the pits now.
Alright. So we are now up into P4. Seems like we have dropped a position in all of this pit stop chaos, unfortunately. We do get the DRS in both detection zones here.
Okay, mate, we're not using as much fuel as we predicted, which means we've got extra performance in hand. So let's push, and use it all up.
That should not be a problem. Wonder if Tsunoda has boxed yet. I'm going to ask Mark in a moment.
Okay, that's Tsunoda just ahead. Come on, push hard. Time last lap, 1 minute 21.6. Okay, gap ahead, 5.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. They've done 14 laps on those tyres now. We think they've got one more stop. And you're closing by 4/10 a lap. Keep it going.
Interesting fact. So Tsunoda is still yet to pit. He hasn't pitted yet. Is he doing a one-stop? Crazy bastard. Alright, we might actually be fighting Tsunoda over the final podium spot here today.
Okay, gap
there
to
we
the car
go.
in front, 2.2 seconds.
Tsunoda into the pits together with Alonso, and coming out just ahead of us is Lewis Hamilton. Now I'm not sure how far we have to go actually before we make our final stop of this Grand Prix. Let me just check. Oh, it's set right there. Lap 22. Okay. So 6 laps to go until we box again. If the tires are good, we can maybe push it 1 or 2 laps, like we did with the first stint.
The car ahead of you's just fitted the hard tyres. Car ahead now on the hard compound.
Because again, these tires, like they pretty much always do, feels like a nice race tire. The hard tires are very good. So I am tempted to try and push them quite far and then have a fresh set that we can go absolutely crazy on for the last stint. And we have 4.8 seconds to Leclerc, so we have built a gap on the Monegasque driver. That is good. I like to see it. Now it's just a question about settling into a good rhythm. No, I don't have another set of mediums, but ideally, because of the high tire wear on the Haas car, I have a set of hards that I am swapping onto, which is the better strategy in this case. We do have some incredibly high tire wear on this car for some reason. That is just the main characteristic of the Haas, apparently. And that means you have to take some alternative strategies sometimes. But it works out for us pretty much every single time.
Ahead, 3.0 seconds.
But yeah, we're going on to a set of hards for the final stint. Ideally, I would have loved the medium tire, but it's just not possible with this car. It would eat up the tires. And also the hards wouldn't go that far.
Mate, you made that look easy. Nice work. That's why I love working with you. Smashed it.
Leclerc closing in ever so slightly, it seems. Or am I just tripping?
Be aware the car behind is catching you by 0.5 a lap. 0.5.
Okay, I wasn't tripping. Mark confirmed. Thank you for the confirmation there, Mark. The tires are starting to wear out, of course. 24%. Yeah, it's around the point now where we start to feel the tire wear on the tires. It's around 25%.
car ahead starting to create a gap. They're just starting to pull away from us now.
We're not trying to catch Hamilton. I don't know what Mark's obsession is with trying to catch the car in front when we're clearly not in the hunt for that specific target. He is sometimes a little bit difficult to work with, actually. Let it roll through here. Nice and easy. We took both bollards down there. I could hear the thunk from both of them. So that was quite nice. Am I going to switch teams at the end of the season? Well, we're not continuing this specific series. We're only doing this one season on F1 25. And then we're switching over to the F1 26 DLC to start a new series. And I haven't quite decided which team to go with there yet. I have an idea of who I want to race for.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 3.8 seconds.
But I'm still not 100% sure. I do want to try and go for a different team other than Haas. Even though I have good memories with Haas. I was thinking of one of the new teams, you know, either Audi or Cadillac. But I'm not quite sure yet. We'll see what happens. But yeah, to answer your question, we are not doing another season on F1 25. We're doing it on the 26 DLC. We are now on lap 20.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
And just a small request to any chatter who might be typing in the live chat. I do appreciate it, but please, if you do type a message, just type it once. I do see it. The reason I might not be answering might just be because I'm in the middle of the corner or something, and I can't take my eyes off the screen. But I do see that there is new messages on the live chat, and I will read them. Don't worry. So no spamming is what I'm just saying. But Leclerc now starting to reel us in. Ooh, as we get a big wash of understeer there. Tyres are starting to
no need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Tyre wear is fading. It's not good. We have 2 more laps to complete before we can box, and then we get onto another set of hard tyres. A good set of hard tyres, mind you. And we do have to serve this 10-second time penalty. Here comes Leclerc. He is right on us. He should be within DRS now, actually. And he is. He shouldn't have any attack on us here. He's not fast enough in a straight line. We might have to later on in the race. I think P5 is realistic now with the 10-second time penalty. Leclerc to the inside.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 6.3 seconds.
But not quite able to do anything. Now we need to go into conservative mode again. Also for the tires' sake. Maybe we should just do this the whole next stint. Oh, yellow flag. No, it's Leclerc!
Okay, clear.
No way! Oh, poor Charles. And he was putting pressure on us as well.
And some information on Leclerc. Okay, they're out of this race.
Oh, poor Leclerc. That's the end of his day. He could not keep it up. He couldn't take the heat.
Okay, we're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
Welcome in, Casper. Hope you are enjoying the show. Or did you just join?
The car behind is lapping faster than us by around a second a lap.
I do remember you from a couple of streams ago. And Hope you are doing well today. We are 22 laps into the Mexican Grand Prix. And at the moment we are currently in P3, fighting for a podium. And things are getting spicy. We have had 2 retirements already. So who knows, maybe there's going to be more. The latest retirement was Charles Leclerc on the previous lap. His engine just gave up and exploded, apparently.
Okay, remember to pit this lap.
Are we pitting this lap? Oh, we can go one more lap. We can go one more lap. There's no problem. Ollie is not even close to us, so it's not like it's going to be trouble for him. Let's take one more lap. Good to hear, Casper. Good to hear. Norris is pitting behind us. We need a mega in-lap then.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Sainz into P4 behind us. Tires are starting to give away now, so it is a little bit tricky. But we'll see if we can make it work. And this time, yeah, as you say, we need to slow down for the pits. It's not that I didn't slow down, I just got a tank slapper and that prevented me from actually slowing down properly. So I had to get off the brake. This time I'll take it easy, avoid the penalty. And then we get to serve the 10 seconds that we have earned on the previous pit stop. And then we're good to go for the remaining couple of laps. But here we go. Take it nice and easy. Into the pits. There we go. That's nice. And now we get to serve 10 seconds. So we're going to be stationary for quite a while. Sainz into the pits as well. Here we go. Come on, 10 seconds. It takes so long. It feels like forever. Put it into gear. Here we go.
Okay, off we go, back into the race. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting.
Good stop, but Sainz do jump us.
Look after these tyres now, we want to finish the race on this compound.
Alright, we're out in P14, and look at the chaos in front of us. They are battling like crazy. It would have been lovely if we could have cleared this traffic, but hey-oh, you can't win them all. Let's see if we can't pickpocket our way through.
Okay, mate, Albon just ahead. Push for that position. Come on, mate, this is it. Let's try and get past them quickly.
Let's see what we can do. Let's set them up here. Ooh, or not, apparently. Come on, Ollie, let me past. You're my teammate. You're so slow, mate. Come on. Nah, Ollie. This is criminal teamwork. Or lack thereof, should I say. Come on, Ollie.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
Oh, this is insane. Let me past, man. I'm your teammate. Ollie, come on, man. What is he doing? Alright, I'm not playing nice now. Here we go, flying past him.
Great stuff. It looked like you made easy work of that target. Let's try and keep that going right through to the end of the race.
Here we go. Up next, Alex Albon and Antonelli. Oh, we're going to catch them right as we go into the middle sector again. No way. Oh, we're so unlucky. Here goes Alex on Kimi. Oh, we brake a little bit too late there. Come on, Kimi, get out of the way. Oh, he's so slow. We do need to be careful of our front wings, so I can't just go for a crazy dive bomb, unfortunately. Ooh, that was not the right line through there. Whew. Alright, let's see if we get... Oh, the dirty air, man, is insane. Over the curbs here. We're going to have Antonelli down the straight. Here we go. Good traction. It's not the best, but it is what it is. Here we go. DRS wide open. Look at the speed difference. Closing in, closing in. Here we go. We're past him. And into turn one. No problems at all. Up next, Stroll. Albon making quick work of these drivers. Whoa. Big slide there. Let's see if we can't get Stroll here. In a bit of a dive bomb, maybe. Whoa, moving under braking there from Lance, but a crazy dive bomb there from us. Ended up doing the trick. And up next, Albon again. Feel like we've been stuck behind him for ages. He's just carving his way through, and we're following him at the moment. We're very close to points now. As he closes in on, who's that? Is that Hulkenberg? No, that's Colapinto in front of him. Here we go. We get the drive, not the best drive.
Pace is strong, but be aware these tyres need to go.
I do watch F1. Yeah,
okay,
I do.
So we're leading our teammate by 3.7
Here we go.
seconds.
Colapinto, and can we get Albon? Let's see. Yeah, we can. Braking duel. Alex turns in on us. Not very nice there, Alex. Come on, man. You need to be nice. I do watch F1. I do. And I absolutely love it. A little bit late on the brakes. Up next is Sainz. So we're going to outscore, hopefully, both Williams drivers here today. Woo-wee! And that's what happens when I don't look where I'm going in a corner. Alright, on with the overtake here. Into the stadium section. Now we're doing well here. Whoa! Maybe not too much. Here we go. Let's burn off some energy.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Oh, that's a very good question there, Mohammed. Who's my favorite driver? On the current grid, I would probably say Gabriel Bortoleto. I like him. He is a very likable guy, and I also think he has some good speed. But I will also say, I mean, Oliver Behrman, I also do quite like him. He's also a very lovable guy. And Alonso defending from his compatriot here now. The two Spaniards going crazy here over who should be in P7. Come on, Alonso. He gives up, and we get the aero wash. Lovely. I just love when my car understeers. I'll read that message as I'm going down the start-finish straight. This is a little bit hectic right now. We're overtaking many people right now. Woo! We don't have a lot of downforce. There we go. Put on the overtake. You think... Wait, did I read that right? I'm going to finish in P5. Yeah, that looks very likely, I will say. Sainz up next. I don't think the podium is possible anymore. But, I mean, P5 looks like a possibility. We're closing in on Sainz here. Ooh, he's moving under braking. The stewards, get this man off the track. I hate when the AI does that. They constantly do it, and it's so annoying, because it's mighty illegal in real life to be moving under braking, and most league racing also penalizes it. Alright, we're just gonna have to go again. Maybe 4th place. I think 4th place is a little too far out, unfortunately. We only have 7 laps to go, and my tyres are not going to get any better from here. Granted, neither are any of the other drivers' tyres. But maybe around P6, I would say. Gasly currently 3.2 seconds ahead. It's difficult to say because we have so much pace when we're in free air. But as soon as we get into traffic, we're like a second slower than everyone else. So it is very difficult to say. Now we are behind Sainz again this time. Not close enough to go for a crazy dive bomb. Let's see if we can set him up this time. Maybe get him. But this is a much better driven race than United States were. So I am happy regardless. We're getting good points here today. Getting the DRS as well. Let's see what we can do. And Sainz is also closing up to Gasly now, so we've caught Gasly. He's going to have the DRS. We're going to have a double toe. We could maybe get both of them now, actually. Here we go. Let's see. We don't have as much.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
Let's see. We're closing in. We're closing in. We're closing in. We're not close enough at the end of this one. Ooh, the car is starting to understeer now. Gasly is going to be vulnerable because he's not going to have the DRS because of reasons. Here we go to the outside. Whoa, had to turn out of that one. I lost force feedback for some reason. Almost drove into the back of Sainz there. That was a little bit too late there. Now this is the big problem, that we basically have no downforce at all. Alright, we're going to save up some ERS here through the stadium section, and then we're going to go on the attack on Pierre Gasly, and then we can set our sights on Carlos Sainz for 6th place. The tyres are starting to let go, ever so slightly. My favourite driver at the top team? That is a difficult one, actually. Depends on what you mean with the top team. If you mean like the top 4 teams, I would definitely say maybe Antonelli. I like him quite a lot. He's very likable as well. Now, don't worry, Casper, he's not spamming, he's just asking questions. It's okay. It's okay. It is okay. Just told him to refrain from asking the same questions in multiple messages in a row, because that would be considered spamming. But so far so good. I'm not unhappy with what is happening. But yeah, maybe Antonelli, I would say. Antonelli is probably my favorite driver. I used to love Max quite a lot, but again, you know, that was when Hamilton was winning everything and we needed someone to change things up. And Hamilton definitely needed someone who could, you know, push him to his limits. And Max was certainly that driver, for sure.
Keep managing your tyres, manage your tyres.
And of course you love Kevin Magnussen. I mean, when Kevin was in Formula 1, he was my favorite Formula 1 driver. So I am absolutely on board with that sentiment. Casper, K-Mag is definitely of the drivers who have been in Formula 1. He was the reason I started watching Formula 1. So, yeah, I like him, definitely. He's a hard racer as well. Loved his racecraft. So we're catching up to Sainz here. Now, again, Sainz maybe starting to feel a little bit of tyre wear. He has also been on those tyres for ages, I feel like. So it's about time. Here we go. Into the stadium section we go. Now we are close to the Spaniard. If we can get a good exit out of the final corner, which is very difficult. Especially with these tyres. Ooh. Not the only one who finds it difficult, apparently. Sainz, they're getting a big tail slap there.
Gap to your teammate behind, 18.0 seconds.
Nom 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 nom. That is P6. Done and dusted. Up next, George Russell. Probably the least likable guy currently in Formula 1 due to all of his politics. Nah, that's harsh. I like him. He's a good bloke. He is a good bloke. He can just be a little bit insufferable sometimes, whenever he starts to moan and complain, as if he doesn't drive into people on race starts. So here we go, lining him up ever so slightly. That Mercedes really coming good for George. Oh, we didn't get the DRS. Unheard of. Maybe he has it set up for low speed corners. Here we go. Let's see if we can close him in. Oh, you've driven in a car with K-Mag. I am not. Well, I'm a little bit jealous, I do have to say. I've met Kevin before. He's a nice guy, a really nice guy. When he was at Renault back in, that was in 2016, wasn't it? As we go for a bit of a late move there on Mr. George Russell. Leave him plenty of room. There we go. Up into P5. And now up next is Yuki Tsunoda, but he is quite far away. So don't think that is going to be possible. We're going to settle for P5. And what a comeback drive that was as well. I did not think this was going to be possible. Oh, you met him recently then, Casper. You met him in 24. I met him in 16 when he was at Renault. That was a much younger Kevin Magnussen back then. It was before he... It was even before he started growing out his beard. So, bit of a different K-Mag back then.
Final lap, push.
But yeah, I met him at an event in Denmark, actually. Met him at a racing event. He was doing a timed lap around, I think it was Jyllandsringen in Silkeborg. And he was trying to beat the lap record in which car was that? It was a GT3 car. I think it was one of Renault's GT3 cars. He was there, so I met him there. That's the only time I've met a Formula 1 driver. Oh, that's actually not true. I was lying there. I've met his dad as well. Jan Magnussen raced with Stewart back in 97 and 98. First point scorer in Formula 1 for Denmark. So, met him, and I've also met Nicolas Chiesa, who raced for Minardi in the latter stage of the 2003 season, if I do not misremember. But here we go, fireworks going off, and we are going to come home in a very, very well-deserved and hard-fought 5th place, just in front of Sainz. Great drive there.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
P5 at the end. Let's see, do we get driver of the day? I hope we do. No, George Russell does. Well, to be fair, he started from the back, so yeah, I do understand that one.
A sensational drive once again. Max Verstappen takes the checkered flag.
And there we go. Max wins yet another Grand Prix.
And that's 2 wins in a row now, of course. And it marks the fact that it's not a fluke. So, you know, their head's in the right space. What more can we see going forwards?
There we go. And he is well and truly on his way to a championship, the Dutchman.
It has been a day of drama, so much to unpack, but first of all, the rewards for the top 3.
And Hamilton on the podium.
Has been here before, another win in Formula 1.
And Norris comes home in P3, so a good day for McLaren as well. But yeah, Max Verstappen really tightening his grip on that in-universe 5th title, which it would be. Obviously, this is the title that Lando would go on to win in real life, but in this universe, it seems like Max is making it a 5th title. So, Lando, even though he's on the podium, he is not far away.
Another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula 1.
Having a poor performance. And yeah, I can understand why Russell got driver of the day. I mean, he started P20, plumb last, and ended up finishing P7. Alex Albon, again, a great race. Started 18th, finished 8th. So good race for him. Ollie Behrman, to be fair to him, had a good race for once. Finished 14th. Not bad. He's getting closer to the points. But yeah, we had a good race as well. I mean, that is, I think, all I could have hoped for going into this one. I wasn't expecting some crazy podium finish or anything. But 10 points is very much appreciated. Especially when Williams did so well today, because I think they might, in unison, have outscored what I performed. And that makes it a little bit interesting in the Constructors' Championship. Because I do think, despite finishing ahead of both of them, we might not actually pull away from them. So, that is an interesting one, but we're going to have to wait and see, because my math is really, really poor if I just have to do it on top of my head. So we're just going to wait until we have confirmation. Let's see here. We get a new upgrade. That is quite nice. And here we go. Another upgrade. Nice. Ahead of the Brazilian Grand Prix. That is very much appreciated and very much welcomed. And this we do not care about. Oh, here we go. There's a little bit of silly season. Interesting. And what is... Ooh, some rumours about McLaren. Okay. I mean, if we were doing another season on this series, I mean, that could be interesting. But here we go in the Constructors' Championship. Yeah, it is very close. It's only 5 points between ourselves in 5th and Williams in 6th. And that is simply down to the fact that both Sainz and Albon finished in the points in Mexico. So it is becoming a little bit tricky to outscore both of them. I do really need the help of my teammate, but he doesn't seem like he has the craft to actually, help us. But hopefully the last couple of Grand Prix, we have 4 to go. And hopefully we can still keep 5th place in the Constructors' Championship, because I think, as we take a look here, let's see. I mean, we have 4 races to go. We have pretty much secured, I mean, mathematically Sainz could still overtake us, but it's not very likely, if I do say so myself. And in terms of, I need to pull out a calculator to get this one. When could, and I accidentally pulled out my calendar instead. This is a very common mistake I do. Let's actually see how far ahead Mr. Max Emilian Verstappen is of his championship rival. So he's 42 points ahead with 4 races to go. I mean, mathematically, Norris can still win it. It looks very unlikely, but it is still possible. And we would have to... I mean, if Max has a good race weekend next time out in Brazil, and Norris doesn't score points. If Max wins and Norris doesn't score points, Max could win the championship going into Vegas. That is the reality. If Norris does finish right behind him, I think it could go to Qatar, potentially even all the way to Abu Dhabi. But it is getting close to a 5th title for Mr. Max Verstappen. So I am very much looking forward to see if there's going to be some controversy going into the last 4 races between those two. You never know. We know how Max races, and we have also seen how Lando goes about it. So who knows? But yeah, that is the end of round 20. Good points yet again. And we are really pulling our weight here in our quote-unquote debut season with Haas. So I'm really pleased. And to answer your question, I do not know actually when I will be live again. I am aiming for not Saturday, sorry, not tomorrow, unfortunately. Sunday, I am potentially aiming for to stream the Brazilian Grand Prix. So that is the plan. If the plan is kept, we will see. Otherwise, I think Monday is I want to say confirmed day at least. So at least Monday, that is the latest. Potentially Sunday. I can say for sure, no stream tomorrow. Unfortunately, I am occupied the whole day and well into the evening. So no stream tomorrow, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll come back strong. We'll finish this series off before the end of next week. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm actually moving. So I do have to finish it off before that. So yeah, that is the plan. We are finishing up before Saturday next week. So Saturday the 15th, we are going to be done before that. That means obviously 4 live streams before that date. You do the math. Maybe even more. Who knows? But at least we want to finish this series off. So make sure, in order not to miss it, now we're doing a shameless plug yet again. I love doing these. They are absolutely not awkward. But yeah, make sure that you are subscribed and that you leave a like, because it does show the support, which I do appreciate, as I have said countless times throughout this series. I enjoy the support. I love the support, and it is great to see so many people actually enjoying this little series. And hopefully once we get into the 2026 series, it's gonna just kick off to a whole new level. But yeah, we're gonna leave it here for this episode. I want to thank everyone who watched live and everyone who tuned in on the live chat. Very much appreciated. Again, if you don't want to miss anything, make sure to be subscribed and have notifications turned on. That way you're going to get a notification as soon as I go live, and that way you're not going to miss anything. And to everyone who are watching in post, so after the live stream, also want to give a shout out to you and a big thank you to you. I appreciate every single one of you who are watching, and not much more to say than thank you for today. Have a blessed day, and until we see each other again, goodbye.